a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Welcome back to the Little Red Mushroom Head demo. Aminata directs Penelope toward the corner of the room. The more she analyzes it, the less she can make sense of what's in front of her. She cannot resist scrunching her nose at the thought of sleeping there. That's the bed? Indeed, is it a problem? Penelope hesitates. How can she say this is fine? Just sitting on the couch was mortifying enough. There's no way she can handle this. It's okay, thank you. She looks at the crow, but as always he says nothing. How annoying, she thinks, but doesn't dare say a peep, not right now. Aminata's head is turned down to face the child, seemingly delighted by Penelope's approval. Her voice is sickeningly sweet as it might be, still feels deceptive. I'm happy to hear that. Please do make yourself at home. If you need anything from me, do not hesitate to call my name. For now, if you do not have any more questions for me, I suppose I'll be on my way to let you rest. Penelope falls silent. Of course she has questions. There isn't a single thing tonight that she has any answers for. However, she hasn't the slightest feeling she can trust Aminata. The patient smile, the more Penelope looks at it, the deeper her skin starts to crawl. She turns her head away, but nothing around her is pleasing to look at either. With nothing else to do, she heads toward the windows. I don't need anything, she states bluntly, setting her teacup down carefully on what must be some sort of nightstand. It sits slanted on the lumpy flesh, but she can't be bothered if any more tea spills out. There isn't any point in caring. There isn't any point in asking questions. Maybe there will be answers, but who's to say she'll be satisfied with it? How is anyone expected to accept this as reality? Aminata, hospitable as always, does not allow her expression to falter. She instead bows her head, hands stuck together as if they were never to be torn apart. I see. In that case, please sleep well, Penelope. May the sun shine down on you tomorrow. If you find yourself unable to close your eyes, remember the tea I made you. It can knock you out in no time. With those parting words, Aminata steps out of the room. She bids the crow good night as well before closing the door. Now that the witch is gone, Penelope's shoulders drop without realizing it. She buries her head in her hands, muffling her hoarse whimper. At this point, she's run out of tears to cry. She wants to sleep. She wants to wake up in her own home, her own bed, and get to eat breakfast with her mother again. She wants to cook with her, sew with her, anything and everything, even if she hates it. She slumps onto the bed, legs hanging off the edge, pulsating flesh and rotten intestines sticking to her skin and clothes. The sensation is unbearable. She has never felt so filthy. She wishes her mother could still reprimand her for being so selfish. She wishes to not be alone anymore. She wishes the story will end already. She wishes and wishes and wishes and wishes. But the thoughts soon stop. A familiar faint tap jabs at her leg. Tough enough to hurt, but light enough not to leave a scar. Before she realizes what's happening, she slowly tilts her head to look down at the source. The crow's glossy eyes shine brightly like wishing stars. He pecks her again, never once opening his beak. It seems he had flown over to her side at some point. Penelope frowns. That's right, she isn't alone. The bringer of death itself is here to quell her worries. How wonderful! How annoying. What are you doing? Pecking you awake, that's all. Weren't you the one who said I needed to rest? You don't make sense at all. The crow stops, clicking his tongue against the roof of his beak instead. I sure did, but I can't let you wallow and weep all on your own. I know my limits darn well, though. I can't brew you a cup of tea or any fancy stuff like that, but I've got eyes, ears, and wings. Penelope shifts to properly face the crow, scooting completely onto the bed and keeping her knees close to her chest. Why does it matter? Why are you going with this? Where are you going with this? For fuck's sake, I got the dumb one. I mean, I'll keep you alive. If you're worried about a big bad wolf or evil witch eating you in your sleep, then I'll watch over you and make sure that doesn't happen. And when the storm's said and done, I'll help you get on track to town. I know this forest better than the back of my hand, that's all. Penelope narrows her eyes. Whether it be a glare or exhaustion kicking in, it's unknown to her. The vow might sound nice on paper, but she finds herself unable to trust the crow and his motives. And even then, it doesn't matter if I get eaten or not. I don't need guidance anymore. Why try to help me anyway? Oh, fucking Christ, this bitch. Why? I guess that's a fair question. Unfortunately, there's some things I can't exactly answer right now. Tell you what, any questions you got for me, I'll answer them on the walk to town. I only want one thing in return. And that is? Your soul. I just want to watch over you until the time comes. That's it. Once you start a new life, I'll bid you goodbye. You can forget about me. This house, Amanata, whatever. Nobody'll hold it against you. So, do we have a deal? Penelope doesn't speak. Unable to find words, she blankly stares down at the crow, her eyes drooping occasionally. It's a struggle to think coherently, but when she tries, comparing her options, she doesn't see any genuine reason to decline the deal. There is no discernible difference between freedom or death right now. Regardless of this outcome, one pain shall disappear in substitute of another. Taking a deep breath, Penelope wipes her tired eyes and focuses her gaze as deeply as she can. Okay, it's a deal. Thank you. I'll keep my word, so just prioritize getting some rest, you hear? Okay. The girl's voice trails off as she feels her body growing weaker and weaker. She does what she can to make herself comfortable, but the effort turns up futile. Her exhaustion can't care less about comfort. Before she can bid the crow goodnight, she drifts off. Once she's fallen unconscious, the crow returns to the windowsill. With unblinking eyes, he peers over her for as long as he is granted. Some things just never change, do they? Penny, what am I going to do with you? Come on, kiddo. Let's get up and at 'em. Hold on a second. I'm still getting dressed. Don't leave without me. There's no waiting when it comes to hunting. Don't you know the early bird gets the worm? It's not hunting, it's bug catching. We aren't killing anything. I hear ya. Get your butt out here already. What kind of critters are you looking for today? I want a caterpillar. Mother brought me that book from town, remember? About a caterpillar's life cycle? I want to see if it's telling the truth. It says they're found near trees and plants. They can't move very fast, so they should be easy to catch. And when you find it, what are you gonna do? Sit around and watch it till it starts growing up? Whoop. It says... Okay, why did it go all the way back? Why do you think I asked you to bring the jar? So I can keep I'm gonna keep it. I'll hide it in my room and bring the flowers to eat, and then I can watch it grow into a butterfly. Mother says we can't keep any animals, but this is fine, right? She won't know about it anyway. When did you get so rebellious, keeping secrets from your own mother? Seems Grandpa been a bad influence on you. You know if she finds out about this, she'll have my head on a pike. She won't do that. If she wanted to, she'd have done it already. Quiet down, Grandpa. You're so loud it'll scare the bugs away. You got me there, Penny. But you should know this old man can't be tied down by anything. I'll tell Mom you let me go out alone. I hear ya. I'll keep it down just for a little while. I guess the crow is her grandpa. I couldn't catch anything. Cheer up, kiddo. We'll try again tomorrow, can't we? On second thought, maybe not. Gotta have the house ready for when your mother returns. But we'll try again another day. Don't be so hard on yourself. Grandpa, you think I could ever become a real huntsman, just like you? Benny, you know your mother won't let you. Even the mention of it scares her half to death. I know. But if I can't catch a single caterpillar, can I do anything at all? Mother can cook, go outside on her own. You can get us everything we need to keep living here. But I can't do anything, really. Oh, don't be like that. You got lots of talents, Benny. You're a smart kid with a heart of gold. I swear every day you teach me something I would have never learned otherwise. Not many girls your age have the skills you do. You can read, write, draw, sew. I could go on. You know how many adults there are who can't do any of that? I would know. I'm one of them. You can read and write. Hardly. I'm losing skills with age, kiddo. But you keep me feeling spry. You're still real young, Penny. You got an entire lifetime to learn how to improve at things. If you want to grow up to be a huntsman, then don't let anything stop you. You got it? Don't feel like you have to become one just because of what Grandpa does. Okay, I understand. There we go. That's my girl. Now head on inside. I'll follow you in a second and we can have dinner. Okay. Thanks, Grandpa. Things didn't turn out how I thought they would, but I still had fun today. Grandpa? Where did you go? It was just a dream. Penelope frowns, rubbing her bleary eyes to rid them of tears. She stares down at the slimy lump of meat she's forced to call a blanket. It rips it off her body. Sticky. Why does this part have to be real? Tears threaten to spill again now that she's awakened. She's painfully aware of every rotten sensation against her skin. She quickly escapes from the bed, wiping all the grime off her clothes and body. Of course, nothing disappears and only contaminates her palms instead. She sighs and gazes out the window. Rain pours from the clouds, every drop crashing loudly without mercy. The storm hasn't calmed at all, but walking in the rain will clean me up, won't it? Maybe it's worth it. Penelope goes quiet, waiting for a response. After a long pause, she looks around. Her eyes scan the entire room, but she cannot find even a trace of the crow. He left. He said he'd stay with me. Why did he lie? No, it's okay. I'm alive, so I shouldn't be upset. Taking a deep breath, Penelope figures it's best to leave the suffocating bedroom. She grabs her hat, closes her eyes, and opens the door. She will enjoy this, yes. Meat is a staple in any human's diet, I think. Ah, if only I still knew how to cook. How troubling. A familiar voice can be heard coming from the kitchen. Penelope stops in her tracks after climbing down the stairs, uncertain if she wants to be seen by the witch. Curiosity soon gets the better of her, though. She peeks into the kitchen to see what's happening. A neck snaps her way, and closed set of mismatched eyes greet her. Oh, Penelope, you're just in time. There's somebody at the front door. I am almost done with breakfast. A mere mention of food causes Penelope's stomach to growl. She hasn't eaten since yesterday, and the physical sensation of hunger is starting to creep up on her. She steps out from behind her hiding place, still keeping her distance. With the overwhelming scent of rot, she has no idea what Aminata could be making. Breakfast? Yes. The specifics slipped my mind, but humans eat every day, do they not? I figured this was the least I could do to help you feel comfortable. I have no need for food myself, so I had to find something you could eat. I hope it is to your liking. You ate the fucking crow! Oh my god, you cooked the crow, didn't you? After the last bit of preparation, Aminata hums to herself. She turns around, smiling brightly, and she holds out a dilapidated dish to Penelope. You're a fucking monster. He's a good boy. You fucking monster. It's fresh crow. Would you like to try? Huh? Penelope blinks. Her vision starts to blur as she blinks again. She blinks and blinks again and again until it becomes dizzy. But the scene before her never changes. That's... She swallows thickly. Her eyes happen to fall on the crow's own. They're glazed over, popped out of his socket, an exposed optic nerve is the only thing still keeping it connected to his broken body. She opens her mouth to speak, but all that escapes is a single faint croak. There's no need to be shy. We're friends now, are we not? And it is only natural to make gifts for friends. Lady, you are fucked in the goddamn head. You ate our crow, bro. Please, Penelope, I worked so hard to prepare it just right. It is all for you. It was made with love. You'll break my heart if you refuse. Fuck you. Penelope, I am asking you nicely. So nicely. Eat it. You will, truly. Fucking ego face. So splendid. I'm so glad to see you are taking care of yourself. Now let us not waste any more time. Enjoy. The girl grabs the crow by the head, nails digging into the skull like a talon. She twists its neck, only ripping it off once a satisfying snap reaches her eardrums. Her hands shake, drenched in red, a color she has become all too familiar with. It's once suffocated her, but now something feels different. It is warm, gentle, beautiful, like a white amaryllis that is bloomed crimson. Honey pours from the decapitated head, every drop crashing down without mercy. Who knew such a tiny body could hold so much love inside? It makes her stomach howl. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Who is she to deny what she needs? Their gain, throwing away the labor of immortal love. Teeth. What happens if we pick the other one? Okay, yeah, so it doesn't matter. Fucking bitch. Who is she to deny what she needs? What is there to gain from throwing away this labor of immortal love? Teeth piercing the animal's dainty skull. It caves and cracks, a splitting crunch piercing up the pulsating walls. Loose feathers and fragments of broken skin and bone dance in the mouth. It chews slowly, savoring every taste and texture there is, and finally swallows it down. The brain is spongy and larger than expected for a mere bird, but still so fragile. Chunks of soft tissue are lodged between teeth, soaking them in a colorful bliss. It is divine, simply divine, a taste of heaven grazing the maw of a starving animal. The helpless predator has finally managed to snag its delicate, delectable prey. And though this hunger is quelled, the stomach only festers. The heart. The heart, the heart. Grab the heart, claim the heart. Bare those fangs, dig in. It's a labor of love and to be devoured whole. All for her, all for him. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Who the fuck, you're not giving me much of a choice, are you? I'm going to throw up. The crow is still there. I need to get out. I can find my way to town just fine. I need to get out of here. I'm afraid I cannot let you do that. The storm's still far too harsh for you to navigate safely. You will only hurt yourself further if you try. I know that you do not like me nor my home, Penelope. However, staying here is the only option you have until the weather has cleared. Poor child, I feel horrible. Please come back inside. I prepare your fresh cup of tea to calm your nerves, and we may discuss things further. The witch holds out her seamed hand. Penelope stares down at it, not speaking a word. Broken and drained of energy, she fears she has no other option right now. She gives in, stepping back inside the house without touching Aminata's hand. A dim flame burns in what looks to be a fireplace. The soft crackle paired with the sound of raindrops could be relaxing, if the stench of death emanating from the walls only worsened the sense of unease. Here is your tea, Penelope. It is still hot, so please be careful. Penelope takes the cup, although it is slightly chipped in some places. It's the only thing she can see, she has seen and felt in this house that isn't consumed by decay. She grazes her thumb along the outside, finding comfort in the familiar texture. She breathes deeply, her eyes locked on the subtle reflection in the liquid. Penelope. Aminata, now seated, speaks to the girl in a gentle voice. Her fingers tap the surface of her own teacup at a rhythmic pace. I know there is not much to do here, but you are more than welcome to treat this place as you would your own home. Aminata's shoulders lower instinctively as she sighs. I suppose it is hard when you are not used to living in conditions such as these. I apologize. I understand you do not wish to stay here, but I hope you understand why I cannot let you leave right now. The forest can be a dangerous place for humans to navigate alone. I am sure I do not need to explain that to you. You lived here your whole life, yes? And with the storm as violent as this one, I fear that you may get hurt, or worse, die. This home is the only shelter for kilometers. Unless you yearn for death, this is your only option. Even your own home is too far to traverse safely. Penelope, you do not yearn for death, do you? You are quite young for a human, so it would be ridiculous for you to... Oh, what am I talking about? I'm making assumptions. It is just that I worry for you. I will not let you leave until the conditions are right, so please do not try. In the end, everything I am doing is for your own good. Thoughts fill Penelope's mind as Aminata words hang in the air. She stares deeper into her reflection, but the details of her face muddled together to the point it is no longer recognizable. Aminata's fingers cease her tapping. She frowns, head tilting downwards as she speaks. If you wish to take your drink elsewhere in the house, you may go on right ahead. If you would rather throw it away, that is also fine with me. After granting Penelope permission, Aminata stands up, taking her tea with her. A sharp click sounds, the last thing Penelope hears before the footsteps fade away. Long after she has left the room, Penelope looks up. She turns her head to where Aminata went, only to find nobody there. Well, I suppose we could look around. If you leave now, you'll get hurt. That's funny. Mother would say the same thing. But if I never left home in the first place, would I be here now? I guess if I'm stuck here, I should find something to keep busy. I don't think I can go back to sleep like this. Penelope sets the full teacup down on the floor before rising up from the couch. She figures now would be the time to better familiarize herself with her surroundings. However, it is a struggle to make heads or tails of this place. Everything blends together in a monstrous cacophony of flesh. Identifying anything is nearly impossible. What is that? Tucked against one of the walls appears to be a sizable shelf. It's lined top to bottom in books. They're old, tattered, and torn, but surprisingly not contaminated. Curious, Penelope slips one out of the shelves. The cover hangs by a thread, donning text that is faded to the point it's nearly impossible to read. It must have been read a lot. She comments absent-mindedly as she opens the first page. It looks to be a book title again. The Little Lost Lamb. The writing is done by hand. Every letter seems to have been written intricately and with care. Even with its age and smudges, it's mostly legible. With nothing else to do, Penelope turns the page and starts reading. Once upon a time there lived a family of sheep, donning wool so white and beautiful. They were sought after by hungry wolves in their pasture. A great fence protected them from harm's way. Happily they lived together as one. One day, Mother Sheep gave birth to a strange lamb. It was different from its brothers and sisters. Its body and wool were dark as night. "This isn't right," cried Mother Sheep. "Why is this baby so different?" She looked towards the little lamb with anger and confusion in her eyes. She had done something wrong. Was her child sick? She did not know. The little lamb was treated poorly by its family. Father Sheep bossed it around ruthlessly, while Mother Sheep could not look at her own creation in the eyes. Its siblings left the little lamb out of every game they played, making up new rules to exclude it. They would not let it eat meals with them or even let it near them. "Sorry, this game is for pretty little lambs only," said the sister. "If you want to play with us, you have to be like us," commented Brother. Little lamb always played alone, always ate alone, always slept alone. It watched its family from afar, never fully understanding why things had been this way. One night, the little lamb, now a fully grown sheep, decided to run away. It could not handle the abuse any longer. The black sheep jumped over the fence and ran into the forest. It had no clue where it was going, but it never stopped moving. Lost and alone, the black sheep no longer had a place to rest or call home. The journey to nowhere was exhausting, so it decided to lie down on a bed of flowers. The black sheep closed its eyes. A voice called out to it. It looked up and saw a human girl dressed in red. "Sheep are not supposed to be this deep in the forest. Don't you know there are wolves out here? They could gobble you up." The girl kneeled down and gently petted the black sheep's head. The touch startled the black sheep, and it nipped at her hand in retaliation. "Ow!" she cried. "What was that for? That was very mean." The black sheep could not reply. It turned its head away. "Are you lost? You must be scared. I'm sorry for touching you suddenly. Let me make it up to you." The girl reached into her basket, pulling out a fresh apple. She held it out to the black sheep and waited for it to take a bite. The black sheep had not eaten in some time, and it grumbled like a howling wolf. With great hesitation, the black sheep took a bite. It was delightfully delicious. The girl smiled as the black sheep gobbled up the apple. She was mesmerized by the creature. "I've never seen a sheep with black wool before. You're very beautiful," the girl said, standing back up. "I'm trying to find my way out of this forest. Would you like to join me? Everyone at home would love you." The black sheep was confused. Nobody had ever said such kind words. Was it not a monstrosity? A mutation? A mistake? The girl's smile was warm and welcoming. With newfound energy and a full belly, the dark sheep followed the girl. The girl and the black sheep wandered the forest together. They napped together. They shared food together. The black sheep was happy. It had finally made a friend. Days passed, still stuck in the forest. The girl had run out of food in her basket. Every day they would walk past the same trees they had seen 1,000 times. It seemed there was no way out of this forest. The girl and the sheep took a break under a particularly large tree. The girl was exhausted, her stomach growled painfully, and her throat was agonizingly dry. She did not know how much energy she had left. The black sheep was feeling weak as well. It could no longer keep up with the girl, and hunger fogged its mind. It did not believe it could keep going like this. "I'm so hungry," the girl wept. "There is nothing left to eat." The black sheep could not bear to see the girl in so much pain. Realizing what it must do, it bumped its shoulder with her head. "Eat me," it wanted to say. "Eat me so you can keep going." The girl smiled pitifully and shook her head. There was no way she could hurt something she loved so dearly. "I cannot," she told the black sheep and began to pet it on its head. Her touch was gentle and caring. "I want you to eat me. Then you will have enough energy to escape this forest. You are very beautiful. I'm sure if anyone else saw you, they would fall in love just like I did. But there is nobody waiting for me at home. My future is non-existent." The girl begged the black sheep, never pulling her hand away. The black sheep did not understand the request, did not understand anything at all. But it could not say no to the girl's pleading eyes. The black sheep dug its teeth into the girl's flesh. It ate and ate and ate. The black wool was now stained red, and the girl had stopped breathing. Although the black sheep's stomach was now full, it lacked the energy to keep going. It curled up next to the girl, resting its head in her lap. It cried and cried and cried until it ran out of tears to spill. The black sheep closed its eyes. Together they slept for all eternity. The end. That's it? That's how it ends? The fuck, man? Where's the fun story and where everyone's the fun story is where everyone suffers all the time. I don't like it. Well, there are other books I can read instead. One of them is bound to have a better ending. Penelope fixates on the drawing of the characters cuddled up together. A sinking sensation fills her stomach, yet she cannot look away. She closed the book and put it back on the shelf. Taking another look at her options, most of them appear equally ancient and dilapidated. The only thing setting them apart is being their size. Her fingers landed on a book. Unlike the rest, the crimson gooey mass cover is part of the binding. It's as if it was taken over by decay. She pulls it out, careful not to get her hands any dirtier, and looks at the back cover. With no details on the book itself, it's a struggle to discern what it could actually be about. Bound together by a heart and blood, she can't even open the first page, so she looks for one she can open. So this one we'll read next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye, guys.